Okay, hi everybody. We're gonna learn today about the 5 months prophecy in Revelation 8 and 9, and the 1 year, 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour. In the book Daniel and Revelation of U.R. Smith, it speaks about the exact fulfillment. In this book, which is very good, God cares, a lot of prophecy, Daniel Revelation prophecy, a lot of good things, but the man Maxwell makes a mistake in his book on the fulfillment of the prophecy. His dating is totally wrong, because this prophecy was given from God to Josiah Leach in 1848, and the fulfillment had happened. So what is these 5 months? We go to Revelation, the book of Revelation, and we find in the book of Revelation chapter 9, we find that the power comes from the bottomless pit, and he has many particular indices which tells us that this power comes at the fifth angel sounds. We know that the first few angels sound, and this Alaric is the Huns, is the different tribes of Europe. The angel that sounds the trumpet right before it is the fall of Rome, which happened in 341 AD, the fall of Rome. And now we have this new power that comes on the scene. And it tells us, and the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven, from the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose the smoke out of the pit, and the smoke of the great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened, but risen on the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them were given powers as scorpions of the earth have power. And he was commanded them that they should not hurt the earth, nor the grass, nor any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which had not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill men, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and the torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. So this power will be as the torment of a scorpion. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, so this power comes after 341, and this power strikes men 5 months. So we have here the 5 months. We have 5 months. And we have we have 1 year, 1 month, 1 day, and 1 hour. 2 prophecies. We have the 5 months prophecy, and we have the 1 year, 1 day, 1 month, and 1 hour. So after 341, what happened? Muhammad came on the scene around the 5th century. From the 5th to the 12th century, the Muslims around the world were totally scattered. After Muhammad died, they were in different tribes, different groups, different factions, different societies. In the 12th century, came someone by the name of Atman, also known as Ottoman. So in the 12th century, Atman came around, and he succeeded in joining together the forces of the Muslim world, and he became known as the Ottoman Empire. And he started to take assaults on the Roman Empire, the Greek portion of the Roman Empire. And July 27, July 27, 1299, Ottoman started his assault on Constantinople. The prophecy tells us there's 5 months. So 5 months is, 5 months by 30 days in the Jewish calendar. Jewish calendar is always 40 days. You get 150 days, 50 years. So 1299 plus 150 years equals what? 1299 plus 150 years equals 1449. So this power would, July 27, 1449, this power would make assaults for this 150 years. It started in Atman, July 27, 1299, make assaults against Constantinople. And then they continued until July 27, 1449. What happened then? John Palaiologus, John Palaiologus dies. His brother Constantine takes over. But for the first time in the Greek Roman Empire, he asked permission to Sultan Amuras from the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman was so powerful that he asked permission, and Sultan Amuras gives him grants to reign. But Sultan Amuras dies, and his brother Mohammed II takes over. And that happens exactly as the prophecy predicted. July 27, 1449, John Palaiologus dies, his brother Constantine takes over, but for the first time the Greek Roman Empire, they ask permission to the Muslims to reign, and Sultan Amuras dies, and Mohammed II takes over, and he makes the assaults on Constantinople. And this assault was started in July 27, 1449. The prophecy tells us that there's 1 day, 1 year, 1 month, and 1 hour. We find this in Revelation 9:15. And the 4 angels were loosed and were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. The 4 angels. Who are these 4 angels? The Muslims had 4 fortifications, main cities, fortifications, from which they gave the assaults, which are Aleppo, Iconium, Damascus, and Baghdad. And it tells us they would be loosed for 1 hour, a day, a month, and a year, to slay the third part of men. So 1 day in prophecy is 1 year. We find this in Ezekiel 4:6. 1 day is 1 year. It means 1 month is 40 years. If 1 month is 40 years, it means 1 year is 360 years. 360 years plus 30 plus 1 equals 391 years. And 1 hour is 24th part of a day, which means it's 15 days. So you add 1449. You add 1449 and you have 391 years adding. 391 years. And you end up to what? 1449. When Mohammed II gives assault, and he says you have this year, day, hour, a month, which is 391 years, you end up in 1840. But you have 15 days, so July 27, 1840, but you add 15 days, and you end up to what? You end up to August 11, 1840. What happened August 11, 1840? The same day, the Pasha Mehmet Ali from Egypt was giving assaults against Constantinople. European powers, which England was part of, sent this paper on the desk of Mehmet Ali in Egypt, the ultimatum to not do that. And from that day, August 11, 1840, the Ottoman Empire was destroyed. Exactly as the prophecy of the Bible predicted. Amazing, right? My take on that, adding a little hinge, is that the 1449, July 27, 1449, where Mohammed II comes to power, 1449, and he takes the city, May 16, 1454, 1454, Constantinople is taken. You add the 391 years. No, he gives assault. He gives assault April 6 on Constantinople in 1453. 1453. And you add 391 years, and you get to what? You get to 1844. Wow. So let's recap. This is complicated. This is not a joke, this is a complicated prophecy. The prophecy tells us a power will hurt the men from the European, from the Roman Empire 5 months. And then they will do that again for 1 year, 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour. 5 months equals 150 years. So Muhammad dies in the 6th century. In the 12th century, the Ottoman Empire comes to power. He unites all the Muslims. And in July 27, 1299, the Ottoman Empire starts to assault on Constantinople. You add the 5 months of battering the European Empire from 1299, you get to 1449, July 27, 1449, when John Paul Augustus dies from the Greek portion of the Roman Empire. His brother Constantine takes over, but for the first time he has permission to Muslims that were ruling this part of the world, and Sultan Al-Muraz dies and Muhammad II takes over. Muhammad II takes over July 27, 1449. You add this 1 year, 1 day, 1 month, 1 hour, 391 years and 15 days. From 1449, you add 391, you get to 1840. July 27, 1840, plus July 27 plus 15 days is August 11. And on August 11, Pasha Mehmet Ali from Egypt received the ultimatum for the 4 European powers to stop battering the Sultan from Ottoman Empire, and from this day forward the Ottoman Empire was destroyed, exactly as the prophecy predicted. My adding take on that is that from 1449, Muhammad II comes in 1449 to power, but he gives the assault in 1453. You put 1453 plus 391 years and you get to what? 1844. Amazing, right? This was given by Josiah Leach. So he proves that Ellen White was the only prophet of God. Ellen G. White. Ellen G. White is the only true prophet of God in the end times. But it is amazing to see that God, the pioneers of the Adventist Church, are also men who are inspired. Not inspired by biblical foundation, but received things. For example, Josiah Leach received this prophecy from God 2 years before it happened, in 1848. I think his book is called The Second Coming. Josiah Leach, Second Coming. You have Joseph Bates, received the Sabbath and gave it to the Adventist Church, the only true end-time church. You have Hiram Edson. He was not a prophet. Hiram Edson was working in the fields, and he saw that the 2,300 days prophecy ended in 1844 meant that Jesus passed from the holy place to the most holy place in the heavenly sanctuary. Was he a prophet? So God inspired different men. And then White gave the health message, the spirit of prophecy. Joshua Himes is the man that promoted, mostly was a preacher, he promoted William Miller to do all the preaching. William Miller was not a promoter, he was the preacher sent by God. And the one that made him to be promoted all over New England and America was Joshua Himes. Joshua Himes is the man that started the second angel's message. You know that. Babylon is fallen. Who started to preach this message? The man is Joshua Himes. Here you have it. The 5 months prophecy and the 1 year, 1 day, 1 hour, and 1 month. Okay, if you want to know more, go to 3abn.org. 3abn.org. Go to hoptv.org. Or you go to my site, bible-tube.com. Bible-tube.com. Okay.